Haberfield, New South Wales. Haberfield is a suburb in the inner west of Sydney, in the state of New South Wales, Australia. Haberfield is located 6.5 kilometres west of the Sydney Central Business District in the local government area of the Inner West Council. Haberfield sits south of Iron Cove, which is part of Sydney Harbour. It is bounded to the east by the Hawthorne Canal, to the northwest by the Iron Cove Creek Canal, and to the southwest by Parramatta Road. Its main road is Ramsay Street, and the point of land that faces Iron Cove, Dobroyd Point, is a historical locality of Sydney. Haberfield was dubbed the garden suburb in the early 20th century and retains its well-kept parks, tree-lined streets and fine Federation-era houses with immaculate gardens. The entire suburb is heritage listed. It is also known for its Italian culture. History. Haberfield was named by early landholder Richard Stanton, after his wife's financial benefactors of his wife's family, Lord Haberfield. Stanton's wife's maiden name was Nichols. Aboriginal prehistory. The area which comprises Haberfield was part of the broader area in which lived people from the Darug tribe known variously as the Wangals or Cadigals from the Eire Nation. The modern-day Hawthorne Canal is believed to be the border between these two tribes. There is no specific evidence of indigenous settlement in the area. However, the area that is now Haberfield was one of the last areas in the inner west to be developed, and so, in the late 19th century, it again became a home to local chorus. European settlement. Nicholas Bailey, a soldier, received the first land grant in the area in 1803 but sold it 2 years later to Simon Lord, who called it Dobroyd Estate. Lord gave the land to his daughter Sarah Ann and her new husband David Ramsay as a wedding present in 1825, and it stayed in the hands of the Ramsay family until the end of the century. The Ramsays developed orchards in the area and built a number of vine houses for various members of the family, including Yasma Ramsay spelt backwards and St David's Presbyterian Church. They also created 4 of the suburb's current streets: Ramsay Street, Dalhousie Street named after the Ramsays historic home in Scotland, Boomerang Street and Warta Street. In 1901, landholder Richard Stanton bought 50 acres from 2 Ramsay children and subdivided the area to create a garden suburb. Sydney had recently suffered outbreaks of the bubonic plague in overcrowded parts of the inner city, and the garden suburb movement was a response to that, encouraging fresh air. He also claimed the development to be slumless, laneless and publess. The houses were designed by the architectural firm Spencer, Stansfield and Wormald. Stanton named the suburb Haberfield after the English branch of his family. The fact that the development started in 1901 and a number of the early streets were named after prominent federal politicians has led to the suburb also being known as the Federation suburb. Heritage. The majority of houses in Haberfield are protected under a heritage order, which is the main reason why so many original Victorian and Federation houses still exist in the area. Renovations and additions to both houses and properties must follow strict guidelines ensuring they stay true to the era style. Some examples of rules include banning the addition of second stories unless in the existing roof space, banning the demolishing of any protected houses, ensuring a 50/50 ratio of hard surface to soft surface in the property, ensuring house exteriors are painted in Federation colours. Houses must also have a roof consisting of terracotta or slate tiles. One notable landmark is Yasma at 185 Parramatta Road. Formerly known as Yasma Hostel, this building was built circa 1870 of dressed stone, with a veranda and iron columns. It also features French windows and extensive seated joinery, and is set in a lush garden. It was later part of Yasma Juvenile Centre and is listed on the Register of the National Estate. Haberfield has a heritage association to help residents maintain their heritage properties. 21st century. A proposal was made by McDonald's to build a drive-through outlet on Parramatta Road in Haberfield in 2011. This was fiercely opposed by a group of local residents who wanted to preserve the suburb's cultural and architectural heritage. The development application was rejected by Ashfield Council in 2009, however McDonald's appealed to the Land and Environment Court of New South Wales and the appeal was upheld in 2011, but with modifications to the proposed building. Following the opening of McDonald's at Haberfield, there were complaints about odours coming from the site in 2012 and 2013. Heritage listings. Haberfield has a number of heritage-listed sites, including 5153 Dalhousie Street, St David's, Uniting Church 16 Deacon Avenue, Derlin 185 Parramatta Road, Esmer 5 Rogers Avenue, The Bunnies 11 St David's Road, Street David's Road Depot. Commercial area. Haberfield also has a strong Italian influence, which is most evident in the local shops along Ramsay Street, close to the intersection with Dalhousie Street. These include a handmade pasta shop, a traditional Italian bakery, traditional and contemporary Italian pastry shops and gelaterias, and Italian delicatessens and butchers, as well as many Italian cafes, coffee shops and restaurants. The primary supermarket in Haberfield is IGA La Monica, which also has a well-stocked delicatessen inside. Many of the shops in Haberfield have received various awards for their quality. Schools. Haberfield has 3 primary schools, but no high schools. 2 of the schools are state-run: Haberfield Public School on the corner of Bland Street, Denman Avenue, and Dobroyd Point Public School on Water Street. The third is the St Joan of Arc Catholic School on Dalhousie Street opposite St Joan of Arc Church. Transport. The NO West Light Rail skirts the suburb's eastern border with Leichhardt. Because of this, none of the 3 stops serving Haberfield are centrally located within the suburb. Hawthorne near Barton Avenue and Marion near Marion Street are the primary stops serving Haberfield. Taverners Hill near Parramatta Road is in the southeast corner of the suburb at the southern border with Summerhill and the southeastern border with Lewisham, in addition to the border with Leichhardt. The service offers a direct link to Paymont and Dowling Harbour and provides interchanges with Lewisham Railway Station and the Inner West and Leppington Line and Dulwich Hill Railway Station and the Bankstown Line. Bus routes 461 from the city down Parramatta RD, 406 from either 5 Dock or Hurlstone Park through Dalhousie St, 438 from City or Abbotsford via Ramsay St, and 439 from City or Mortlake via Ramsay St serve the suburb. Summerhill Railway Station on the Titwell Inner West and Leppington Line is close to the suburb's southern border. 5 Dock Railway Station on the Sydney Metro West Rapid Transit Line will serve the neighbouring suburb of 5 Dock. In July 2019, the WestConnex M4 East Tunnel opened to traffic with no traffic lights for 51 kilometres from Glenbrook near Penrith to Haberfield. Demographics. At the 2016 census, there were 6,457 residents in Haberfield. The population was older than average, with a median age of 44 and with 19.6% of people aged 65 and over. 66.6% of people were born in Australia. The next most common countries of birth were Italy 12.7% and England 2.8%. The most common responses for religion in the census were Catholic 47.5% and no religion 25.2%. 64.8% of people spoke only English at home. Other languages spoken at home included Italian 20.7% and Greek 2.1%. Notable residents. The following people were either born in or lived in Haberfield: Norman Allen 1901-1977, an SW Police Commissioner from 1962-1972, Bronwyn Oliver 1959-2006, sculptor Richard Glover Ellen Fanny moved elsewhere about 2016. Odette attended Haberfield Public School. Churches. Haberfield has 4 historical churches in Dalhousie Street: St Oswald's Anglican Church, St Joan of Arc Catholic Church, St David's Uniting Church, Haberfield Baptist Church. Image: Haberfield St Joan of Arc Catholic Church. JPG St Joan of Arc Catholic Church. Image: Haberfield St Oswald's Anglican Church. JPG St Oswald's Anglican Church. Image: St David's Uniting Church Haberfield. JPG St David's Uniting Church. Houses. About 1,500 houses were constructed in this and adjoining areas. The designs by architects J. Spencer Stansfeld and D. Wormald to Federation or bungalow styles. Haberfield espoused the philosophy of the garden suburb with its gardens containing distinctive planting, fences, gates and curving tiled paths. Houses in Haberfield were typically detached double-brick dwellings situated on their own block of land measuring 50 x 150 15 metres x 45 m. No 2 houses were alike, although there were many common themes throughout the suburb. The roofs were either slate or Marseille style. All had front verandas. Decorative features typically used in this area include lead-light windows depicting Australian flora and fauna, Art Nouveau timber detailing and top-printed brickwork. Houses listed under the NSW Heritage Act: Pun is 5 Rogers Avenue, Haberfield Derrylin, 16 Deakin Avenue, Haberfield Jasmer, 185 Parramatta Road, Haberfield. Image: 16 Deakin Ave, Haberfield Spring 2012 A-1 under 2. JPG Derrylin, 16 Deakin Avenue, Haberfield. Image: 71 Ramsay Street, Haberfield Spring 85 M. JPG 71 Ramsay Street, Haberfield. Image: 27 Stanton Road, Haberfield Spring 1269 M. JPG 27 Stanton Road, Haberfield. Image: 20 Stanton Road, Haberfield Spring 2012 72 M. JPG 20 Stanton Road, Haberfield. Image: 19 Stanton Road, Haberfield Spring 2012 E-71 71 M. JPG 19 Stanton Road, Haberfield. Image: 51 Stanton Road, Haberfield Spring 58 M. JPG 51 Stanton Road, Haberfield. Image: 11 Rogers Avenue, Haberfield 94. JPG 11 Rogers Avenue, Haberfield. Image: 56 O'Connor SDR Red, Haberfield Spring 50 M. JPG 56 O'Connor Street, Haberfield. Image: Spring Rise of 53 Dudley St Haberfield 23 M. JPG 53 Dudley Street, Haberfield. Parks. Several parks lie within the suburb of Haberfield, such as Algie Park, Robson Park, Redge Cody Reserve, Hawthorne Canal and Wadden Bull Jaguar Reserve. Image Haberfield Town Square. JPG Haberfield Town Square image, Wadden Jaguar Reserve 2, Haberfield. JPG Wadden Bull Jaguar Reserve. Wolseley Street file, Wadden Jaguar Reserve, Haberfield. JPG Wadden Bull Jaguar Reserve at Wolseley Street, Haberfield image, Iron Cove Creek beside Henny Marine Drive, 5 dock. JPG view of Iron Cove Creek with Wadden Bull Jaguar Reserve on the right.